as you might already know, I am starting to get into Technic sets. And this is one of 2 Technic sets I've got. And I have the Dodge up there in the corner, up on my shelf, and you already saw the review for that. But, yeah, and here we've got the 42097 compact crawler crane with 920 pieces, no minifigures, and this set is huge. Forgot to say hi everybody. It's MG Gamer here with another review. I told you the set number, what it is. Technic, as you know. This is a monster set. This is huge. I don't know if you can tell. It's about 1.5 feet tall. It's big. I'll get a tape measure out in the review in a minute or two. I'm gonna get a tape measure out and I'm gonna measure it for you. But this set is huge. I mean, you cannot. It's huge. It's giant. Yeah, it's big. So let's start. Let's get into the intro and then we'll go to the review. Before we get into the video, I'd like you to hit the bell and subscribe and hit the like button, because it really helps me out when you do that. It allows me to give you more videos in the future. Keep in mind, if you want to buy your own, the Amazon affiliate link is in the description below. That also helps me out if you buy from that link. Yeah, as I said, subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so I got the tape measure and already. In this set specifically, there are quite a few dials in this to turn. It'd take a minute, but right in the bottom here, you can see that there's a couple. Let's try and move this a little closer. But yeah, right here you can see that there's some, and it moves quite a bit of stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna show you some of the dials in it, and then I'll show you the actual measure of this set. I forgot to mention I said that I'd give you the right measurements, and it's about 20 inches tall from the top of this, from the top to bottom, from the table to the top. As you can see, it's 20 inches, just under, 19 inches and 3/4. But yeah, that's the measurements. So yeah, so I'm gonna start out on the dials on this side. There's these 2 right here, which trigger the legs to move around. There's these right here, which will bring them up, and then there's these, which if I turn it in, they will they'll come in, and then you turn these legs around, and the others will cover it. But what you want to do before that is, sorry, one second, is back here. I showed you that. Really quickly, I'm going to show you the back before I get into anything else. This middle dial right here, if I turn that, it turns the whole crane around, which is awesome. And then yeah, it's really simple. Everything is the exact same. So once these are all the way up, I can bring the feet up, and then I can get it it's kind of like a transformer. It changes into a little tiny crane. Like on the back of the box right here, you can see the box right there. I'm gonna turn this around. You can kind of see there's 2 different options. I'm only doing one. I forgot to mention that. I'm only doing one option because it'd take forever to do that one over there. But right here, this one changes into that, as you can see it's compact. I'll show you that once it's all done. But I'm gonna show you the crane, so I can show you the crane on this, the actual part of the crane, and then I'll transform it for you. Okay, so as you know, there's a dial in the back of this that will turn the crane around a little bit. I showed you that just a second ago, and for the actual crane to turn it around, to get the rope to go up and down, on the side here you can see there's a lever. This thing right here. I'm gonna try and focus it. There we go. Right there. There's a lever, and if you pick it up, the whole thing will drop down, depending on what. But if it's down, this thing right here, this lever, it kind of is like a locking mechanism. So if I pull it up, it'll stay there instead of me having to hold the rope. But and yeah, that's how the winch works for this. And there is to bring the crane all down and ready. I have it's on the side here. You can see right here this dial. If I turn it, the whole thing is gonna come down up here. You can see it up there. That's where it's gonna come down, and if I turn the dial, you can see it coming down a little bit. Once that's all done, I gotta bring this in a little bit more, but I gotta bring this in, and then once that's done, down here you can see this right here, this dial. If I turn this, it'll bring this piston down, the whole crane will come down with it. But before I do that, this thing up here, this thing just folds back, and then the rope will tighten. And yeah, that's how that crane part works. And once this is down, which is it takes a long time for this piston to bring the whole crane to the level it's supposed to be. Once it's down, it looks just like the thing, because it's a picture of it, you know. So once it's down, there's going to be a lever that I have to do, and it's right next to this dial. Right next to this dial, which let's bring the camera down so you can see it. Okay, I think you can see the whole crane now. Now there's a dial right here. You can't, it's kind of hard to see, but it'll bring, or a lever. If you turn it, it'll bring this whole thing down a little bit, which will then mean that those other dials on the back, you got to do these back legs first, and then you bring them in. You bring them in, and then you do the same on the other side. Bring them in, and then there it is. That is the compact crane, and yeah, this thing it's really light. Well, not light. It's really heavy. It's heavy, but it's at the same time it's light. Not enough weight. And on the table, there's chains on the bottom. You can see right here. I'm trying to get it to go, but they do spin. It just takes a minute. This build probably took me 3 hours because, as I said, I'm getting into Technic, and Technic is a lot harder than regular Legos. Like, it's a lot longer. I think the Falcon, or the A-Wing probably took me that long. The UCS A-Wing. Or maybe it took 4 hours, but there's a lot. There's a lot of pieces in the A-Wing, and there's a lot of pieces in this. 920. But this includes 4 items, 4 cones. 4 cones right there. There are only 3 pieces to make it. And then it includes this cement pillar thing, which the crane can bring up, as it was hooked up on the intro. And yeah, you can see this required like 5 pieces to make, so yeah, that's that. That's gonna conclude this video. As I said before, hit the like button and subscribe. Go check out our Discord. The link will be in the description below. If you follow, and on our Discord, there's gonna be an Ask MJLS button. If you put your question in there, we can answer it in a future video once we get enough questions. Yeah, go check out Keles Gaming. His channel and Discord will be linked in the description below, along with our Roblox account, and you can follow us on there. We play quite a bit of games on